Hi Gemini, welcome to January and Happy New Year. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I do your forecast and your TarotScope, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space for this reading. And I want to say thank you for those who have liked and shared my videos, and for subscribing, and for those who have taken time out to leave comments. I read all of them, so thank you. And for those who have ordered readings, I thank you for your support. So what is coming up for Gemini in January? We have a new moon in Capricorn on the 5th, and it's a solar eclipse. And then we have a full moon in Leo on the 20th, 21st, depending on where you live. And that is also an eclipse. It's a lunar eclipse. So this month, the good thing about this month is all the planets are going direct. So it's a good time to launch anything. If you're thinking about starting something new, you've got a lot of powerful energy. These eclipses will be in effect for 6 months, until the next eclipse in the summer. So what does Gemini need to know about love, relationships, career? What is important? What's coming up for the month of January? What is the important energy for January for Gemini? The Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Justice card. This is almost identical to the Taurus reading, except there's a few different cards in here, but amazing. So the Queen of Wands, you are going to be taking a leadership role in the month of January. There could be, now the Page of Cups is crossing you. So something could be offered you. You're moving up in your career. You could be involved. Now, if the page doesn't represent a child, for some of you it could represent a child, that you'll be dealing with children. But if not, it could mean a new relationship with someone who's very romantic, maybe a water sign. Or you could actually even have a fire sign in your life. You've got all of the cards here. So, but the Page of Cups is usually someone, it's an offer. In terms of career, it could be a creative project that you're going to be getting involved in. And you might be taking a different path in your career, because you have the Eight of Pentacles here. And you're going to be really excited about this new beginning. You're going to have a new beginning, but it's going to lead to, it's going to take a while to develop. So you may not feel that you're making any progress at the beginning of the year, but by September, everything is going to fall into place by the end of the year, like over the next, over the coming months, because this is a time card, this Ace of Swords. By September, maybe even October, you're going to get the rewards of all your hard work. You may have ended something in the recent past, the Ten of Swords. Something has come to an end. It could have been a relationship that you decided just wasn't working, or a career path that just wasn't working. Maybe you wanted more independence. You might be moving into a position of leadership that gives you more. I mean, you've been proving yourself at work, that you can work without supervision. And people are recognizing your skills. And So you've been given more responsibility, but that's only going to continue. The only thing is, you need to stop worrying. You have a lot of mental stress coming up. Maybe you're worried about this new path. You're worried, like, is this the right path for me? Am I going to be fulfilled? Because the Nine of Swords is worry. If something ended in the past, you might still be thinking about it. You might be feeling guilty about it. If a relationship ended or something has been concerning you, maybe concerning a child, maybe you're worried about a child, one of your children. The Nine of Swords can sometimes represent feelings of guilt or feelings of remorse or just worry in general. A lot of times with the Nine of Swords, though, the worry is not, you're like kind of looking for trouble. You're worried about things that may never happen. So you might be just anticipating problems coming up in the future and worrying about, can I handle this? Can I do, am I going to be able to do what's expected of me? Don't worry, because you're on a good path and the outcome is favorable. You have the Justice card as an outcome. That means that there will be a fair outcome. So maybe if there's a relationship that ended and there might be some legal aspects connected to it, maybe child custody or child support or something involving children, or even a creative project. Maybe a creative project didn't work out the way you expected. And now you're worried about the future. What's going to happen? What's next? In the end, everything is going to come together and be okay. Just don't give up the goal. Don't worry if you're not making a lot of money right now, because you're on the right path. You just have to continue giving your effort. You have the Queen of Swords here, so I feel like you have built walls around yourself. Maybe you went through a traumatic experience in the past, and it's caused you to be very cautious or very independent. Like you don't need anyone, and you're just going to do your thing, and you're giving off a vibe of stay away. I don't need anyone's help. I can handle this. But I think that's just an act. Deep down inside, you're really worried. You're worried about the future, and you're worried about the outcome of this new path. Now, in September, there's going to be a new beginning where something is going to come up that's going to give you a chance to prove yourself. You're going to really feel passionate about something, and you could even be meeting someone toward the end of the year, because you have this King of Wands here, King and Queen of Wands. There could be someone in your life, someone who wants to communicate their feelings to you, but you've been pushing them away. You have been working on your goals, and you're not really focused on relationship, and this person's wanting to connect, but you're giving this vibe of stay away. So you need to drop your guard a little bit. Because here you have this Nine of Pentacles, which it represents, material comforts, security, financial security, but it also represents loneliness. So you might be so focused on your goals and your career that you're neglecting your relationship life. And so you need to have more balance. That's another thing with the Justice card. You have to have more work-life balance. You need to take a leadership role in your life. Go after what you want, for sure. But also leave room for romance. Leave room for love. Because there is someone, and this person could be someone you know through work, that's like a mentor. Someone who helps you, who advises you. Don't be afraid to reach out if you're stressed. You don't have to handle it all by yourself. There could be someone else that you can bounce ideas off of. Someone who could give you some direction even, if you're open to it. So don't be so, you know, independent or hard to approach, because there's a lot going for you. There's a lot out there. And don't worry too much. Worry is not going to solve your problems. A lot of what you're worried about, I think, may never even happen. So just don't doubt yourself is what I'm saying, I guess. Because in the end, justice will be served. This is also a card of karma. So there'll be a favorable outcome. Justice will be done. Fairness. You know, there'll be a fair outcome for the parties involved. There'll be, you're due for some karmic reward. So the Ten of Swords is in the past. That period of your life is over. The worst is over. You can only go up from here. And you're going to start to see some action. But it may take a while to develop. It may take several months. So it may not be until September that you start to see this stuff develop. So, but in the meantime, learn all you can learn. Develop your skills. If you have a chance to take some classes or improve your, explore new paths, do it. Because it's going to lead to abundance toward the end of the year. So let's see what these eclipses are going to bring. So for you, you have a new moon eclipse in the 8th house. So you've got the Sun, the Moon, Pluto, and Saturn in Capricorn in your 8th house. And it's sextiling Neptune in your 10th house. So Neptune in your 10th house can bring, it can bring work that involves helping others. The 8th house, with all these planets in the 8th house, this is transforming your life. It's bringing you support from others. It's bringing you inheritance. It's bringing you other people's money. So if you might be looking, like if you're trying to get a business loan, or if you're married, it could bring your partner's income. With Saturn in the 8th house, your expenses are high. But but Pluto in the 8th house definitely can bring in unexpected money through some type of inheritance, or through some type of like lottery winning or insurance payout or something. Money is coming in. So if you're worried about money, don't worry about money. The other way this new moon can operate is it can break down, it's causing you, I feel like you've been really thinking about, what is it that's stopping me from having intimacy in my life? Because this new moon eclipse can bring an opportunity for you to connect with someone on a deeper level than you have in the past. But to do that, you have to break down some walls, because you've been putting up these walls. So I'm seeing like career success. You have the ability to achieve a goal in your career life. But the 10th house is also changing in life direction. So you could really connect with someone that really speaks to you. You have Venus in the 6th house, and it's squaring Mars. Well, no, it's not squaring Mars. It's aspecting Mars. You have Uranus in the 11th. Uranus and Mars are in your 11th house. So your goals are changing. Your dreams are Mars is showing that you can go after what you want and you can achieve a dream. Uranus in the 11th, you're connecting with people that are a little bit avant-garde, or groups that are using, you might be using technology or innovative methods to reach and help others, to make the world a better place. Venus is trining Chiron. So if you have the ability to connect with someone on a very deep level, and it could have a healing effect on you, where you remove, like you're confronting blockages. What is it that's blocking me from forming an intimate relationship? What is it that's blocking me from attracting financial support from others? Because there's something that you need to confront in January, and this new moon is giving you that opportunity to make powerful changes. But because it's in Capricorn, I feel like you've been feeling blocked financially. You've been feeling blocked from attracting abundance. And a lot of that could have something to do with how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem. So you have to confront your demons in January and confront your blockages. And release the past. If there's any guilt that you're feeling over past relationships that failed, or anything that you've done in the past that you may not, that's over, and you're still kind of thinking about it, let it go. You have a chance for a brand new beginning. So don't let anything from the past spoil your success in the present and in the future. The full moon eclipse happens in Leo, and it's in your 3rd house, and the sun's in the 9th house. So again, this is your communication, higher education. You might be finishing up some kind of training program or learning new skills. You might be even teaching, because the 9th house, the 3rd house is communication, the 9th house is teaching. So maybe there's an opportunity to teach or to train others, to share your knowledge with others. Maybe you enjoy that. I think that this new opportunity that's coming up is going to allow you to share your knowledge with others and to help others through your experiences. So you might be teaching something. You also have Venus in the 7th. Venus in the 7th can bring love. Neptune in the 10th can bring career, again, career success. They could also bring confusion in your life direction. You may not be sure. You may have ended a cycle over the past year, and now you're embarking on this new path, and you're not really sure where you want to go. But one thing you do know is you want to work in a career that helps others. You want to have independence, more autonomy. You want to be in a position of leadership, and you want to be able to share your wisdom and your knowledge. And you can have that opportunity. With this 3rd house, 9th house thing, you might be finishing up some type of communications project. Maybe it's a marketing plan, or maybe you're writing something, a writing project, or something that's involving the internet. It could be some type of, a website or an internet project that's coming to completion at the end of the month. And this is going to lead to new beginnings for you, because this full moon eclipse, full moons are usually endings or culminations, but it's at the 0 degrees. So something ends and something new begins. And because it's in Leo, you're going to have a chance to showcase your skills with this new beginning, with this project. Like once you finish this project and it gets out there, it's done and it's out there, it's going to be like people are going to notice you, and they're going to notice that you have these abilities, and it's going to bring you recognition, and it's going to be fun. You're going to be enjoying the work that you do. So don't give up, even though you're on the beginning. This is the apprentice card. You're just at the beginning stages, and you're learning. So keep learning, because the outcome will be positive. It just is going to take time. It's not going to be overnight. So don't worry if you don't see immediate success. Just hang in there, because success will come. But it may not happen until the end of the year, like September, October. So don't lose hope. Drop your guard. Let other people help you. If you're interested in connecting with someone on a romantic level, show your interest. Maybe this is you that needs to communicate your love. Maybe you need to let someone know how you feel and open that door. Because you're acting like the Queen of Swords. Off with your head, stay away from me, I'm okay, I don't need anyone. So you have to be a little bit more vulnerable. Say, you know what, I could really use some help. Yeah, it would be nice to get together. Show your softer side. Don't be so harsh. You might have been showing a harsh side because of what you've been through in life, and you're like, it's like you don't trust people, or you just feel like it's like a self-protective thing because you've been hurt in the past. So, but you don't have to do that, because this King of Wands, he's pretty, he's a very good-hearted person, and he wants to share his love with you and his wisdom, and he wants to help you. So let him in. You won't be sorry. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, Gemini. I hope this was a help to you, and I wish you much luck and love and success in the future, in the upcoming year. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.